Hello again, everybody. This is Mr. Everything, and I am coming back at you with another Wargaming in Miniature video. In today's video, we're going to continue on with our What's in the Box series. And in today's What's in the Box, I'm continuing on with my 28mm plastic soldier miniatures. In this box, we're looking at a Russian 45mm anti-tank gun. And it says you get 2 models and 8 figures. All 3 of these guns look different to me. So we're going to have to take a closer look at what you actually get in this box. A lot of you don't know this, but Plastic Soldier normally does 15 and 20mm models, but they also have a line of 28mm. I wish they would expand that. It's kind of a small line. I've also noticed that the color along the top of the box denotes what scale it is. The blue boxes are 28mm. The black boxes are 15mm. And the red boxes are your 1/72 or 20mm. All right, let's take a look at the back side of this box. Okay. They give you the Vallejo colors that they recommend that you use, and it also gives you the painting guide telling you which each of the items are. Like the boots should be black gray 862. Black gray 862. So they're just kind of giving you a guide on what you should paint. Now the box says it contains 2 guns and crews. Each gun sprue contains options to build either the 45 1937 or the 45 1942 or the 76 1943. Okay, so you have enough parts to build 3 different guns. Well, you get 2 guns, but with parts to build a variety of different styles. We'll take a look. Let's look inside and see exactly what you get. Looks like you get 3 sprues. Okay, one of the sprues looks like it's crew. Right, and so I'm counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 crew, and that's what it says, 8 figures. That means you could put 4 figures per gun. Depending on the game system you use, you might only need 3 figures or 4 figures. It just depends. Like he's got 3 figures on there. And 3 figures on there, because I do believe that if you were playing battle group, they only use 3 figures on their gun. But and I think also bolt action on this size of a gun, I think it's 3 figures. I think you don't get to the more figures until the gun size gets larger. Okay, these 2 sprues, in my expert opinion, are exactly the same. So you basically, and this is a gun, so you get 2 gun sprues. But on each gun sprue, you have 3 different barrel styles. So depending on which one, and you only get 1 gun shield, 1 set of wheels, 1 trunnion, 1 set of legs. So this is only going to be 1 gun. You just have to choose which model of gun you're going to use. I love the boxes here. A box full of shells, a closed box, or an empty box. And there's a lid. You can put it on the box or next to it or what have you. There are loose shells here that you could fill that box with. And then you got expended shells there that you can kind of scatter around your any tank gun to make it look like it's been in action. Just using the box as an example, I see that they've got an open box here couple of loose shells scattered about, and then a couple of, and same thing over here, a couple of loose shells, and then a what do you call it? A couple of rounds inside, ones that could still be used. Okay. And then you got the control mechanism here, and there's not a lot to these guns. It looks like it would be super easy to put together. Okay. If you haven't been to any of these what's in the boxes, what I do is I look at the sprue as a general overview, and then we zoom in and we take a close-up look to see exactly what you get. So let me do an overview of the crew. Okay, they're all pretty much the same. You have separate arms on a couple of these guys, so you can have them pointing in different directions. You get a couple of extra weapons here. Oh, and there too. It looks like a couple of Mosin Nagants and a couple of PPSHs. You can either have them just sitting on the ground, laying next to the gun, or what have you. You got some soft caps. You got some helmeted dudes. Okay, wait. Soft cap, 2 heads, 1 head. This guy doesn't have a head, so it has to use one of those heads. 1 head, 2 heads. Yep, so you only get 1 head per guy, but which head goes on which guy is up to you. You don't get any spare heads. A couple of pointers. A couple of guys gripping something, holding something. It almost looks, yeah, hold on. It almost looks like if I took this side of the sprue and attached it over here, you'd get the same number of figures. So like, I'm just going to take a look at this guy. He's got his magazines, he's got his handout, but then if I flip it over, he's got his magazines, got his handout. Yeah, they're exactly the same. Okay, so like this guy is the same as that guy. And like this guy is the same as this guy, etc. Same thing with the helmets, the weapons. Yeah, it's just a mirror image. It's duplicated. And this guy is split in 2, so you'd have to glue him together. No big deal. He goes together only one way. All right, let's go ahead and zoom in to these figures, and then we'll look at the anti-tank gun as well. All right, whoa. All right, we got a zoom, and we only really need to look at the top section here. So let's take a look at this guy. Okay, I might have to go sideways because the sprue is hitting my tripod. That's the guy I was talking about with the magazine pouches and the handout. No arms, no head, just a blanket. But there's his arms and there's his head. And like there's his extra arm, and you would use one of these 2 heads. So aggressive. They're like, arr. Okay. And there's your PPSH and the Mosin. And like that guy's got a bag and he's pointing. And this is the guy that split into 2. Split into 2, you just glue them together. Okay. Yeah, these crew look like they would go together pretty good. There's only 8 of them, so you're doing pretty good there. And here's the 2 anti-tank guns. I don't know any other 28mm game company that would sell you 2 anti-tank guns for the same price as one anti-tank gun from another company. So Plastic Soldier is very good about that. Okay, cost-wise. Okay, that's got kind of a short, stubby little barrel, where this guy's got that long barrel. That thing's probably got some armor penetration. And then there's kind of a mid-range barrel. There's the legs for the back of the anti-tank gun. There's the control mechanism. What am I looking for? There's those shells, expended shells. You got the trunnion. The gun shield is kind of big. I like it. And then there's the wheels, tires on the wheels. They look really good, you know. And then there's your boxes, the bottom sides. Or you could turn it over and just lay it on the ground like that. Or you could put it like that and paint the shells on the inside. There's an empty box. You can fill it with what you want. Fill it with apples. Okay, that is, you get 2 of these sprues, so 2 guns of 3 different sizes. Well, they're all 45s. Actually, no, one of them is a 76, right? Hold on. Yeah, 2 45s or a 76. And you notice it doesn't say that on the box. It says 45. And that's exactly why we do these what's in the boxes, because shopping online or looking at this, you would never know that you could get 2 76s, right? Because you could build 2 76s. They didn't put any crew on this. But the way I personally like to mount my crew is I usually don't glue them to the base for bolt action. For battle group, I would, but for well, at 28 millimeter, I would probably not as well. I'd individually mount these crew members, and then I'd put the gun on a base, and then I would make spaces on the base where I could put my crew members, you know, leave enough flat ground where I could put the crew members behind the gun shield. And then as the crew members get eliminated, pull figures off, or if they dismount or abandon the gun, then I can move the 3 figures separately on the table. That's the way I would do it. All right, well, thanks for coming out and checking out this What's in the Box. And if you like these kind of videos, you want to learn more about what's in other boxes, be sure to like and subscribe to my channel, and be sure to hit the notification icon, because whenever I upload a new video, then you would be notified. All right, and I'll see you in the next one.